Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for September 7th. So, let's get started.
First day in history!
On this day in history, September 17th, 1787, the U.S. Constitution was completed and signed by a majority of delegates attending the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia. Also, on this day in 1862, Union forces hurled back a Confederate invasion of Maryland in the Civil War Battle of Antietam. With 23,100 killed, wounded, or captured, it remains the bloodiest day in U.S. military history. And on this day in 1911, Cal Rogers took off from Long Island, New York on the first coast-to-coast airplane flight. When a prize of $50,000 was offered for the first 30-day transcontinental flight, Rogers took up the challenge. He didn't have much experience as a pilot. He made 30 stops, including 19 crashes and repair jobs by the time he reached Pasadena, California on November 5th. He was 19 days too late to win the prize, but he saw an awful lot of the United States. Today on Word Power, we'll learn about a rather weak word. As a matter of fact, it's flimsy. No, that's the word, flimsy. Flimsy means without strength. It means thin, not solid or strong enough for the purpose. For example, someone might say of a poorly built house, "This house is built of flimsy material." Or a chair may be so flimsy it collapses if someone sits on it. The word flimsy is also used if you give an unlikely explanation for something that is not at all convincing. For example, "I didn't do all my homework because my pen ran out of ink." That is what's known as a flimsy excuse.
Ooh, extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the world's deepest lake? The answer is Lake Baikal, located in Russia, north of the Mongolian border. Lake Baikal has a maximum depth of just over 1 mile, or 1.63 kilometers. Lake Baikal is so deep that it holds about 1/5 of the world's non-frozen fresh water supply. The deepest lake in the U.S. is Crater Lake in Oregon. Crater Lake lies within a collapsed crater of an ancient volcano and is 1,932 feet deep, or 588.87 meters.
Health tips.
You have more than 600 mighty muscles in your body. Their job is to move you around. Without muscles, you would be stiff as a stick and still as a statue. You couldn't slide, bend, reach, twist, lift, flip, or walk. Now, if you want your muscles to work well, you need to exercise. Exercise makes muscles flexible and strong. The Constitution is organized into 3 parts. A preamble or introduction describes the purpose of the document and government. The preamble is followed by articles that establish how the government is structured and how the Constitution can be changed. There are 7 articles. The first article gives the power to make laws to the House of Representatives and the Senate. The second article gives the President executive power. The third article gives the courts judicial power and makes the Supreme Court the final court of appeal for federal and state courts. Other articles focus on the relationships between the states and procedures for changing or amending the Constitution. The third part of the Constitution contains amendments. These are changes to the Constitution. The first 10 are called the Bill of Rights. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you tomorrow.